or I usually use that when I'm doing a live stream because I can hold it better. Anyway, long and short, that's being occupied because I'm doing a time lapse of the dredge here this morning. I'm gonna do a time lapse of the dredge here this morning. And anyway, sorry about the sunrise 6 a.m. deal. I got a little busy. I had some stuff I had to handle, and uh, nothing major. Just got distracted and was unable to do that. So I was going to set the camera up, and long and the short, my phone was about dead. There was a lot of issues. Had issues. Um, anyway, nothing huge. But they've been setting up a dredge here this morning. They're going to do a little dredging here around this dock area. They've been setting it up. Kind of interesting. I got that the time lapse. I've got a time lapse set up. Bugs. I got a time lapse set up. I'm getting a lot of the footage to my live stream. You know, that's something I enjoy doing when I can, but it's really with work being a priority out here, it's kind of hard to do that. We're still sitting down here at Hahnville. Hahnville Bar area, Hahnville, James Marine Dry Dock and Shipyard here at Hahnville. That's where we're at. Dest your hands over there. That's Luling Bridge or Hale Boggs Bridge, 26 mile point. We are at mile 124 in the lower Mississippi River. That's just upriver from. Well, we'll put it right on it. I'll show you from here to French Quarter by river is 19.2 miles. So we're 19.2 miles above New Orleans city front, and we'll go up here to, well, I said, we are from Baton Rouge. We are downriver from Baton Rouge, 109 miles. Well, from I-10 bridge, you're 108 miles. So that's where we are. And waiting on orders. We'll get orders in the morning. I kind of figured that when Friday got here and we hadn't had orders yet. We'll get orders for our northbound stuff in the morning, definitely. Or it could be today. We're on standby for any moment. And good morning, Rhonda. What's up, bro? My wife's on here. Oh, it'd be a good time for man, I was watching my live stream playback yesterday, and man, I'm so vain. When I turned sideways, you could see my gut, man, and I'm not out of shape like that. I'm in good shape. It just I've got anyway. I was gonna I forgot I had my tripod set there. I was gonna set the camera up and turn sideways and lift up my shirt and flex my stomach muscles, my abs. But thank goodness that I have that in use, or y'all be seeing a shirtless Captain Kyle this morning. So I saved y'all the misery. just to prove that my gut it doesn't stick out as far as it appeared in the video. Oh, it does, but that's total relaxation, which I'm not in a totally relaxed state all the time. And yeah, I'm going down that rabbit hole. Let's talk about towboats, y'all. It is pretty neat setup here. I've been watching them get this pipeline. They've got their pipeline set up or discharge hose, and yeah. And an interesting thing, on these dredge operations, you see them putting I saw them digging one of the ship channels up around College Point, and then they were digging out the ship channel there, actually around Oak Alley, and Oak Alley, and they were dumping their dredge spool in the bin there at college, and that kind of when I first started out on the river, I always thought that was real interesting. I always figured that they would dig out whatever they dig out, they put up on the bank, and in certain instances they do, but it's more rare than not. they the dredge spool, they put it back into the channel. They don't, when they're moving it, they're just moving the sand around, and that prevents, it gets the stuff moved where you want, but it prevents erosion, and if they're just digging and digging and digging, we'd have some deep ditches. That's I always thought that was interesting the way they do that. They just display, they move the sand and they move the dredge spoil, not necessarily sand, but they move the dredge spoil, so, to different places of the river. I don't know. May not seem interesting to some, but like on this case right here, they'll be dredging out right here alongside the dock area, but they'll be, pumping that dredge spool out into the river, and it makes sense when you think about it a little bit, but I guess it seemed counterintuitive to me when I first saw them doing that. And they've got actually a little dredge right there that they kind of keep around this dock area, but I guess when it gets down low water and it's harder to move as much as what they need to do, then they bring in this big boy, which he showed up last night. That's why we moved down here. Yeah, 2 acres and a mule says, hey, I'm misshapen too, don't feel bad. Misshapen. I'm just, I'm overly defensive about about my body now after having the injury. And I really am. I'm not working on, I don't go to a gym for the body. Specifically, the gym I go to is a powerlifting gym. It's for building muscle and strength. We have a sign that they put out front, a little chalk sign that they set out front, promo stuff, but it's got a picture of the devil and it says, cardio is the devil. I mean, there's no cardio at all in my workout program at all. And my gut, I'm not really looking at, I look at body weight and it's interesting, but I really haven't, I kind of dipped in body weight there for a while, and then it's just kind of, well, y'all know the deal is muscles heavier than fat. Y'all always heard, but it is a true deal. I've lost a lot of the fat and I'm putting on muscle, and I'm getting stronger. But my weight's really been, it's I'm 265 right now, and to look all lean and trim, really, I could lose about 20 pounds and be 245. But I'm eating like, I'm not slowing down. I'm eating better foods. I'm not slowing down though. And I actually more. When I was home this time, I was eating all I could and supplementing it with the protein. But that was all I did when I was home. And I'm long and short. I'm trying to build muscle, and so I'm not worried about cutting my gut at this point. I'm not trying to look pretty. I'm doing everything I can to build muscle and power and strength, and it's all about getting bigger, basically. So I'm not into the cutting. Anyway, that being said, my gut sticks out, y'all. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these live streams get interesting. I'm sorry, man. My hands are just terrible. I've had about 2 cups of really stout coffee too. And I really do apologize. I'm doing my best to enunciate my words, but I do realize that I sound like I don't sound like I have a speech impediment with, and a little bit of a lisp with my issues with my upper deck. My upper deck of my mouth. Anyway. Mumblers unite. There you go. 2 acres and a mule. On the it says mumblers unite. That's correct. The water levels somebody wants to know about the water levels. The water levels are getting really low. They're going, it don't look good, man. It don't look good as far as they're already having issues there at Stack Island, which is the issues that was the spot last year when the water got down low. They've got a dredge in there working that. They've got to it early, and they've had to shut the river down, a little bit there while they're dredging, and then they'll clear out the queue and then they do some dredging again. But it's I saw river stages going to like -5 foot at Memphis, and like I said, Memphis is my go-to reference when I'm thinking about the lower. When I'm looking at the lower, that's my go-to gauge that I look at. But it's showing going to -5 or close to -6, and what we get down to -9. I don't even remember what it did. We'll be flirting with that low water. But at this time of year, that is, it's not uncommon. That's this time of year. One thing about it, the extreme low water last year has got people's interest and understanding of river levels and how it works. I remember last year when they were talking about, when about the time the news started picking up the story about the extreme low water, we were already out of the extreme low water. And then it was frustrating because I tried to explain how it was. We came south, and the time we headed back north, we had, 5 foot of water, and that's the way this lower works. It fluctuates quite a bit, or it can fluctuate quite a bit. So, we just have to deal with that was what I was going to catch. See, they're putting a ship on dock over there, and I've got that time lapse will catch it, but I can't really zoom much without my hands shaking really bad. So, anyway, putting a ship on dock. I'm trying to. I try to see the comments, but it's a little bit hard when I'm get stuff going, or the chat. I see them now and again. But another day, the cabin fever is starting to set in on me. I'm not made for this sitting around dock stuff. I would have kept jobs over there on these unit tows. I mean, I'm being serious. It's don't get me wrong. I can take a break like anybody, but usually if I get more than a watch or two, I start getting stir crazy, and weekends, definitely. But this one's not been too bad. My channel's kind of kept me occupied with doing some editing and stuff, so there's that. But it's definitely heating up for sure today. We got some heat, and the guys, Jesse and them, they got all the painting done that they're going to finish. They're going to do, and all they lacked was that lower deck as far as finish suging, and I think I seen them doing that earlier. So the guys have really usually, generally on a towboat, Sunday is like any other. We try not to do too much on a Sunday. Try to get all your stuff done. And these guys, we've been setting shit since we've been in shipyard. They've been really at it, man. They've got a lot done. Jesse's really done a good job and maximized his shipyard time getting those stacks done when the engines are down and such like that. And getting the eave up here, stuff that it's really kind of a pain in the butt to do underway, which it's all a pain in the butt, I say, but we've got a good crew on here. But like what I was saying, Sunday's kind of as much as you can let the cooks on board. Sunday morning is that's they sleep in on Sunday mornings. We let the cooks off Sunday mornings generally, and it's a chicken day, so usually fried chicken for lunch or baked or whatever, chicken. And the guys, if we don't, down in the hole when we're doing tow work down here, it doesn't matter. We we got to stay busy. But if we're, northbound, say, or wherever, and we don't have any tow work, and it's just, and they've got, and especially now this, let this be said. This is if I'm on a boat and the crew's been working during the week, they do a good job, if they've really done a good job and they're a good crew. Like this one, man, it's kind of traditional to take it easier on a Sunday. Don't take on any huge projects or anything like that. That's kind of traditional. So, um, that'll probably be what they do. Boat coming by. Let's see who this is. We got Stephen Warden. He runs down here kind of regular. That's one of those cross channel boats. Runs Baton Rouge, New Orleans area down here. Well, kind of like the Sunny Ivy. I think they do the Steve Warden at Sunny Ivy. Kind of same runs. Anyway, I've got some more video. I was going to try to have one posted, another video up today, and I still may. It gets down to upload speed and stuff. It took, like that last video, I can't remember, 27 minutes, 4K video, to upload it. It took like 8 hours. But I think it disconnected once. It's, it is what it is. It kind of, I'm getting 4K video, uploading to a YouTube channel, so it's, yeah. And on a cell signal, that's the deal. Uploading 4K, 27-minute 4K video on a cell signal, I'm pretty impressed with that. But no one needs anything in 4K. Okay, this is a car. I got it. That got my attention. 2 acres and a mule. You say no one needs anything in 4K. What? We have a total disagreement. I've seen an 8K. I've seen the 8K TVs, and I'm already looking at 8K. I don't see how we've lived looking at this fuzzy crap. I want to see the hair on a mosquito's butt. If I zoom into it. There is, it makes a difference, man. And I know we get down to frame rates and stuff. That was something that I did discover. There's, unless you're trying to do something, slow mo or effects or something like that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the 8K. The biggest thing that I know that I need to improve on, other than my shakes, is the audio. The audio is something that I've worked on improving, but it just comes down to a lot of it is setup time. I do have good microphones and stuff, but making the right adjustments, I can't just I can plug and play, but not, like I guess is what I'm getting at. But I'm, constantly trying to improve the quality of my equipment and my videos and, everything. I think trying to keep stuff in sequential order like I'm doing on the videos that like I showed last trip and stuff, that's a lot better than just random stuff now and again. And I've got a bunch of other projects that I'm working on that I've been working on for a while. So Stephen Warden, cruising by. Yeah, y'all have about convinced me. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna check out. I went and did a little investigating on the gimbals, the DJI one specifically. The main thing is ease of use and setup, and it's not so much on. That's the thing. The live stream it doesn't allow for the stabilization software doesn't work in the live stream, which that's something that could easily be fixed. And it's a noticeable difference. When I'm doing my video stuff that I'm shooting for replay, when I have everything set up right, I can use, like I said, that. And that's, basically all the stabilization is just arm, we're a comfortable arm and hand position. And, anyway, there's that. I may get a gimbal, y'all, and make things smoother. But that gets down to equipment and what I'm trying to reduce, always trying to reduce the amount of stuff I travel with. And smaller and is better and less. And so it really has to be something that I will use, and it is worthwhile in my time before I'm going to pack it in my bags. Because with my new Pelican, I've got it down where I think I can reduce a little bit of time packing. I tried it this time, but just still had a little bit much stuff where I can just do that bag and then my Pelican. And this thing, this is a dandy bag. If you all don't know that Nomadic, it's amazing. I love this thing. But I've had 2 zippers, and this is a nitpicking, just the zipper, just the zipper pulls broke off or came off, and it's warning, so I'm gonna get that fixed on those. And that sounds picky, but those are not cheap. Anyway, and then my new Pelican bags, I really do like. We got a Russian fellow on there. He's on the Volga River. I'm scanning through the chat on here a little bit, and I forgot we got a Russian guy that's working in Volga. Hey, and my Russian fellow, man, let me know where so I can look on Google Maps. I'm curious where you are. Anyway. Oh, they've got that. I wanted to go see. I was going to go look at that SCF boat that's up in there. I want to see how those Z drives look underneath. I mean, I know how they look, but I want to see the bottom of the boat and how they look. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't going to do I was going to do a short one. I'm already up 22 minutes. I'm definitely going to try to do a sunset, the 8 o'clock. I'm trying to do the 8 o'clock live stream. And maybe, I don't know, maybe me and Tim will do one. Tim, if you're on here, man, give me a holler here in a little bit, and we'll maybe do something, see what the options are. Anyway, y'all have a great day.